would like to reopen, call to order our public meeting of the board. We have two matters to take up. I'd like to turn to Vice Chairman Philip Berry for the first.
Mr. Chairman, Chancellor, and Trustees, I would like to move that the appointment of the interim Vice President for Student Affairs be Peter Grant, and that he shall be the interim Vice Chancellor effective October 19th, 2009. Peter Grant Jordan, at a compensation to be recommended by the Chancellor to the Board. Vice Chancellor Moore, as you know, is going to be leaving effective September the 30th, and Peter Grant Jordan, he is currently the Vice President of Enrollment Management and Student Development at LaGuardia Community College, and he has held several positions at Student Affairs at Vaughn College of Aeronautics, Dean of Students at New York Institute of Technology, and also at the Dean of Admissions at Polytechnical Institute. So, and he holds a bachelor's degree in English and history from Colby College, and MS in Operations Management from the Polytech Institute, and also an ED from the University of Pennsylvania. And so I would like to recommend him in this position.
Thank you. I'll like to second the motion. Are there comments or questions?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Welcome. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Schmidt. Thank you, Chancellor Goldstein, members of the Board of Trustees. I want to express my sincere thanks to each of you for appointing me to this position to serve as Interim Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs for the City University of New York. I'm honored to be chosen to serve in this capacity, not only the university, but its students especially. I'm deeply committed to the mission and to the students of this great university of ours. I look forward to working with members of the board, the chancellery, campus presidents, chief student affairs officers, faculty, staff, and students to advance the university's policies, promote best practices within student affairs, enhance collaborations, and build partnerships to improve student engagement, retention, and success across the City University of New York. I want to express my gratitude and congratulations and best wishes to Vice Chancellor Moore. I wish you well in all your future endeavors. But I also want to take a moment to single out one individual and to express my thanks and gratitude, and that is to my boss, Gail Mello.
Old boss.
Here's where I really choke up. Gail, you are an extraordinary leader. Your example alone has taught me a great deal. 8 years ago, you bet on me, and I think you won. You trusted me with the leadership of our Student Affairs Division, and your trust inspired my success at LaGuardia. And so I want to thank you for all your investments in me, Gail. That said, Chancellor Goldstein, I gladly accept this opportunity and look forward to being part of your deeply committed leadership within the university. Thanks for entrusting me with the stewardship of this position.
Thank you very much for those eloquent words. I would like to move the resolution number 8. Resolved that the Board of Trustees approve the appointment of Robert E. Passwell to be interim president of the City College of New York effective October 15th, 2009, at a compensation to be recommended by the Chancellor to the Board, subject to financial ability. City College President Gregory Williams will be leaving the university this October. Dr. Passwell currently serves as Distinguished Professor of Civil Engineering at City College and Director and Chief Executive Officer of the University Transportation Research Center, Region 2, as well as Director of the CUNY Institute for Urban Systems. In addition to his current positions, Dr. Passwell has extensive academic and industry and public service experience, including positions as Executive Director of the Chicago Transit Authority, Director of the Urban Transportation Center at the University of Illinois at Chicago, Director of the State University of New York Center for Transportation Studies and Research, and Chairman of the Department of Environmental Design and Planning at the State University of New York at Buffalo. May I have a second to the motion?
Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations, Professor Passwell.
Thank you very much, Chairman Schmidt, Chancellor Goldstein, members of the board, and dear and loved colleagues. When Chancellor Goldstein calls and asks if you'll do something, it's very rare that anyone would say no, but the honor of being asked to head City College, even for a brief part of history, is an amazing honor, especially at this time when CUNY rides so high in the nation in terms of academic excellence and the kind of a public institution that really serves a public institution that serves the public. In a sense, it says an amazing thing about it. I sort of had two thoughts about it when I was asked. The first is, trained as a civil engineer, my initial reaction was, of course, I can do it. It's got daunting problems, but as an engineer, you take each problem, you find a solution, and you work on it. You gather terrific people around you, including the people at the head of the table, I'm sure I'll come to quite a lot, and you work through the problems. But then I sat back and was overwhelmed by the fact that I'm asked to be steward of a real icon of New York. Nothing is more iconic of New York than City College. It's located in Harlem. It's got an incredibly diverse faculty and student body. It represents a search for quality and achievement, which is what everybody, in a sense, comes to New York for. And it really looks and acts like New York. So in that sense, it's almost overwhelming. And I realize that I'm really not the president of a corporation, you know, the way you'd have a business and have it, but you're really, as all presidents of City College are, you're the steward for your time period, and your role is to add value and hand it, in a sense, a little more enhanced to the next person. And I really promise to work hard to add that value. Thank you very much for that allowance.
To conclude the public meeting, I'd like to call on two trustees who asked to say a word in behalf of the memory of two very distinguished CUNY family members who recently passed away. Can I call on Trustee Loda?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it's important. Earlier in the meeting, we talked about the passing of some famous alumni. I think it's important for us to remember 2 weeks ago Irving Crystal, who passed away, who is an graduate of City College, and whether or not you agreed with him from his Trotskyite days at City College to his post-mugging, where he was the Upper West Side conservative philosopher and a leader of a conservative movement. He was very important for those interested in academic freedom, something he fought for more than anything else. And I think those of us who are at least part of the academy should appreciate that. And not only the fact that his lifelong partner is Professor Emeritus Gertrude Himmelfarb of City College, of City Graduate Center, excuse me, who is in herself a famous historian. So I think it's important to remember him.
Very, very well said. And Mr. Chancellor?
Yes, I just want to put into the record Eli Mason also passed away a couple of months ago, an icon at Baruch College, very successful accountant that trained many, many students and directed so much of the work in the accountancy department at Baruch, and a major philanthropist at Baruch over an extended period of time, and we remember him as well. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
With those moving comments, I believe our public business is concluded, so I declare the meeting adjourned.
Carol, look at this. I just picked this up at the airport the other day, and it made me think about him. The article on the website.